The Sigma male phenomenon, analysis and societal implications. In the digital age, where social media platforms like X amplify cultural trends, the concept of the Sigma male has emerged as a polarizing archetype within discussions of masculinity. Coined in 2010 by Theodore Robert Beale, alias Vox Day, the Sigma male is portrayed as a lone wolf, a man who operates outside traditional social hierarchies, valuing independence, self-reliance, and solitude over status or leadership. Unlike the alpha male, who seeks dominance, or the beta male, often seen as collaborative or submissive, the sigma male is characterized by quiet confidence, non-conformity, and a preference for personal freedom. Rooted in pop psychology and internet culture rather than empirical research, the sigma male has sparked fascination, debate, and satire, particularly since its mainstream surge around 2021. This video delves into the origins, characteristics, cultural significance, and societal implications of the Sigma male archetype, critically analyzing its allure, criticisms, and impact on modern perceptions of masculinity. Follow us. Perhaps the facts in this video may change your life forever. Origins and evolution of the Sigma male concept. The Sigma male concept originated in a January 2010 blog post by Vox Day, a controversial far-right writer. Beale described Sigma males as introverted, successful men who achieve without engaging in social hierarchies, positioning them as equals to alpha males but without the need for dominance. He suggested that alphas resent sigmas for their effortless success, framing them as enigmatic outsiders. This idea resonated within the Manosphere, a loose network of online communities focused on masculinity, often marked by misogynistic rhetoric. Forums like Reddit's r/the-red-pill and pickup artist blogs amplified the term, aligning it with ideals of self-improvement and anti-establishment sentiment. In 2014, John Alexander's book, The Sigma Male: What Women Really Want, further popularized the concept, presenting Sigma males as desirable for their independence and mystique. However, the archetype exploded into mainstream consciousness in 2021, driven by a viral tweet from user Lily Simpson, who described Sigma males as the new alpha, sparking both earnest discussion and widespread memes. Platforms like YouTube and TikTok fueled its spread, with content creators producing videos on how to be a Sigma male or analyzing characters like John Wick as Sigma archetypes. By 2025, the term has become a cultural shorthand, simultaneously romanticized as a symbol of empowerment and mocked as a caricature of masculinity. The Sigma male's rise reflects broader trends in internet culture, the proliferation of personality archetypes, e.g. MBTI, Enneagram, and the Manosphere's influence on young men navigating societal expectations. Its origins in far-right and misogynistic spaces, however, raise questions about its ideological underpinnings and broader implications. Characteristics of the Sigma male. The Sigma male is defined by a distinct set of traits that distinguishes him from alpha and beta archetypes. These characteristics, while idealized, provide insight into the archetype's appeal and its resonance with certain demographics. Independence and self-reliance. Sigma males prioritize autonomy, relying on themselves for emotional, financial, and practical needs. They are often depicted as freelancers, entrepreneurs, or digital nomads who thrive without institutional support. This independence appeals to those disillusioned with traditional structures, such as corporate ladders or societal expectations. Preference for solitude. Unlike extroverted alpha males, Sigma males are often introverted, finding solitude in their own company. They prefer meaningful, selective interactions over large social circles, valuing depth over breadth. This trait aligns with cultural shifts toward valuing introversion, as seen in works like Susan Cain's Quiet. Non-conformity. Sigma males reject societal norms, forging their own paths. They are indifferent to status symbols like wealth or fame, focusing instead on personal goals. This resonates with younger generations, particularly Gen Z, who often prioritize authenticity over conformity in response to perceived societal pressures. Adaptability.
Sigmas are portrayed as highly adaptable, navigating diverse environments with ease. Their resourcefulness allows them to thrive in uncertainty, whether in professional or personal contexts. This trait mirrors the demands of a rapidly changing world where flexibility is increasingly valued. Quiet confidence. Unlike alpha males' overt dominance, sigma males exude understated charisma. Their confidence is internal, not reliant on external validation, making them appear enigmatic. Cultural examples like Keanu Reeves or fictional characters like Batman embody this quiet strength. Emotional intelligence. While often solitary, sigma males are not emotionally distant. They display empathy and self-awareness, forming deep connections when they choose. This balances their independence with a capacity for meaningful relationships, appealing to those who value emotional depth. Strategic thinking. Sigmas are analytical and deliberate, planning their actions with foresight. This strategic mindset sets them apart from impulsive alpha males or reactive beta males, aligning with a cultural appreciation for mindfulness and intentionality. Minimalism and purpose. Many sigma males embrace simplicity, prioritizing experiences over material possessions. This focus on purpose over societal markers of success resonates with minimalist movements and critiques of consumer culture. Distinguishing the sigma male. Identifying a sigma male involves observing their behavior in social and personal contexts, distinguishing them from alpha and beta archetypes. 1. Outside hierarchies. Sigma males neither lead nor follow, operating outside social hierarchies. In a workplace, they might excel as independent contributors, uninterested in managerial roles, unlike alpha males who seek leadership or beta males who align with teams. 2. Introverted charisma. Their quiet confidence attracts attention without effort. Unlike alpha males who command groups or beta males who may avoid the spotlight, sigmas draw interest through their self-assured presence. 3. Self-sufficiency. They rely on themselves, living minimally or pursuing independent careers. This contrasts with alpha males' dependence on social validation or beta males' reliance on group support. 4. Non-reactive to pressure. Sigmas make decisions based on personal values, unaffected by peer pressure. This independence sets them apart from alpha males who may flaunt achievements or beta males who may conform to avoid conflict. 5. Selective engagement. They form deep connections selectively, unlike alpha males' broad networking or beta males' group integration. Cultural icons like Clint Eastwood's Man with No Name or Ryan Gosling's character in Drive exemplify this selective engagement.
Cultural significance. The sigma male's rise reflects broader societal shifts. In an era of economic uncertainty, social fragmentation, and digital connectivity, the archetype appeals to those disillusioned with traditional paths to success. The gig economy, remote work, and distrust in institutions have created fertile ground for valuing independence and non-conformity. For young men, particularly those influenced by Manosphere content, the sigma male offers a narrative of empowerment, an alternative to the pressure to be an alpha leader or a compliant beta. The archetype also intersects with cultural fascination with antiheroes. Characters like John Wick, Batman, or Walter White from Breaking Bad embody sigma traits: self-reliant, enigmatic, and morally complex. These figures resonate in a society grappling with distrust in authority and a desire for individual agency. However, the sigma male's popularity is not without critique. Its roots in the manosphere tie it to problematic ideologies, including misogyny and far-right rhetoric. Figures like Andrew Tate, often associated with sigma culture, promote toxic behaviors that alienate women and perpetuate harmful stereotypes. The archetype's emphasis on solitude can also glorify isolation, potentially exacerbating mental health issues among young men who already face rising rates of loneliness. E.g., a 2023 study found 63% of young men report feeling socially isolated. Societal implications. The sigma male phenomenon has profound implications for society, influencing perceptions of masculinity, relationships, and social structures. Redefining masculinity. The Sigma male challenges traditional notions of masculinity, which often emphasize dominance, alpha, or cooperation, beta. By valuing independence and introspection, it offers an alternative for men who feel alienated by these binaries. However, its pseudoscientific nature and ties to toxic masculinity risks oversimplifying complex identities, reducing men to rigid archetypes. This can pressure individuals to conform to an idealized image rather than embracing authentic self-expression. Impact on relationships. The Sigma male's emphasis on solitude and selective engagement can strain interpersonal relationships. While their emotional intelligence fosters deep connections, their preference for independence may lead to perceptions of emotional unavailability. In romantic contexts, the archetype's appeal, e.g., the mysterious loner, can clash with expectations of partnership, potentially reinforcing gender stereotypes or mistrust between sexes, especially in manosphere-influenced spaces. Social isolation and mental health. The glorification of solitude risks normalizing isolation, particularly among young men. The Sigma male's rejection of social hierarchies can be empowering, but may discourage community building, which is critical for mental health. Studies, such as those from the American Psychological Association, highlight rising loneliness among men, and the Sigma ideal could exacerbate this by framing solitude as a virtue rather than a potential warning sign. Economic and professional impacts. The Sigma male's preference for independence aligns with the rise of the gig economy and remote work. By 2025, over 40% of the U.S. workforce is projected to be freelance, reflecting a shift towards self-reliance. However, this can undermine collective efforts like unionization or workplace collaboration, potentially weakening labor protections. Additionally, the archetype's disdain for traditional hierarchies may challenge corporate structures, encouraging more decentralized models but also fostering resistance to authority. Cultural polarization. The Sigma male's ties to the manosphere and far-right ideologies contributes to cultural polarization. While some embrace the archetype as a symbol of personal freedom, others criticize it as a gateway to toxic masculinity or extremist views. Its satirical treatment online, e.g., memes mocking Sigma grind sets, highlights this divide, with the archetype serving as both a serious ideal and a punchline. This polarity reflects broader tensions over gender roles, with progressive movements advocating for inclusive masculinity, while reactionary groups cling to rigid archetypes. Media and consumerism. The Sigma male has been commodified, with self-help books, YouTube channels, and merchandise capitalizing on its appeal. This mirrors the commercialization of other internet trends, turning a cultural concept into a marketable identity. While this provides tools for self-improvement, it also risks exploiting vulnerable individuals, particularly young men seeking purpose in a fragmented world. Critical perspective. The Sigma male archetype is not without flaws. As a pseudoscientific concept, it lacks empirical grounding, relying on anecdotal narratives rather than psychological research. Critics argue it oversimplifies human behavior, reducing men to stereotypes that ignore the complexity of personality and social context. The emphasis on independence can mask insecurities or social anxiety, framing avoidance as strength. Moreover, its association with manosphere figures like Vox Day or Andrew Tate tie it to misogyny and far-right rhetoric, alienating those who see it as a harmful ideal. Satire has also exposed the archetype's absurdity. Memes juxtaposed Sigma males with flawed characters like Patrick Bateman highlight the contradiction between the idealized lone wolf and real-world dysfunction. This critique underscores the danger of romanticizing an archetype that may glorify isolation or antisocial behavior. Yet, the Sigma male's appeal persists because it addresses real societal issues: distrust in institutions, pressure to conform, and a desire for authenticity. To engage with the archetype constructively, individuals should focus on its positive traits, self-awareness, resilience, and purpose, while rejecting its toxic associations. Rather than aspiring to be a Sigma male, men can benefit from cultivating authenticity and balance, embracing independence without forsaking community. Conclusion.
The Sigma male archetype, born in the fringes of internet culture, has become a cultural touchstone, reflecting both the aspirations and anxieties of modern society. Its emphasis on independence, non-conformity, and quiet confidence resonates with those navigating a world of uncertainty and shifting norms. However, its roots in the Manosphere, lack of empirical basis, and potential to glorify isolation raise significant concerns. As society grapples with evolving gender roles, the Sigma male serves as both a mirror and a cautionary tale, highlighting the need for a nuanced understanding of masculinity that balances individual freedom with collective responsibility. By critically engaging with this archetype, we can move toward a more inclusive, authentic vision of identity that transcends rigid labels. Did this video add anything new to your knowledge? Click the like button and tell us in the comments which part of the video and which piece of information you liked and were curious about. If you aren't subscribed to Edulosophy channel, subscribe now as we delve deeper than others dare.